first graders. This is Mrs. Hanson, and I'm going to read you a story called A Friend for Einstein, The Smallest Stallion by Charlie Cantrell and Dr. Rachel Wagner. This is a true story about the smallest horse in the world. As I read this story, I want you to compare little Einstein with his mother. Does Einstein look like his mother? I also would like you to think about being a nice friend. We can be accepting and be friends with others who are different than we are. What are ways we can be kind and accepting with each other? Far from the loud city streets, just past the rickety rack of hard-working tractors, and behind the gates of a horse farm, there lived a little foal. His name was Einstein, and he was the smallest horse ever born. He was a miniature horse. Every morning after a hearty breakfast of oats, milk, and hay, Einstein would follow his mother out of their stall and into the paddock to explore. He had hooves the size of quarters, and he could walk right under his mother's belly. Being so low to the ground, Einstein could see things up close, like speckles on a tiger lily, his favorite flower. In most ways, though, Einstein was like any other horse. He loved to gallop and hop, sniff and trot, and lie in the warm sun. One day, while grazing in his pen, Einstein spotted a herd of miniature horses nearby. They dashed and darted, they zigzagged and sauntered. Their shiny tails whipped in the wind, and Einstein jumped with excitement, longing to join them. But as much as he might want to, the little colt just wasn't big enough to play with the other horses. When Einstein went to sleep that night, he dreamed of the day he could run with the herd. There was no escaping it. Einstein was lonely. One afternoon, Einstein went in search of a friend. In the field, he came across a pair of kittens. He lowered his head to get a better look, and ouch! One of them swatted his muzzle. They mewed and hissed, scrambled and scurried. Einstein couldn't keep them straight as they wrestled with each other. Feeling a little dizzy, he continued on his way. Those crazy cats were definitely not the right playmates for him. Next, Einstein spotted some ducks by the pond. Quack, 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 they said loudly as they waddled off. Clearly not interested in befriending a horse, even a little one. Maybe it was because he didn't know how to swim. A bunny basking in the golden glow of the afternoon sun looked more promising. Eager to play, Einstein nudged it, but the sudden movement frightened the nervous rabbit. Einstein watched sadly as the bashful bunny hopped away. Poor Einstein. The animals he'd met were either too silly, too stuck up, or too shy. Why was it so difficult to find a friend? Maybe little stallions were just meant to be lonesome. He headed to the barn, where at least his mother would be waiting for him. Back by his pen, Einstein was in for a surprise. An odd-looking creature was poking through the fence. It was a dog with a snub nose, wrinkly eyes, and a head as big as the moon. She didn't have much of a tail, but what she did have was wriggling. Her name was Lily, like the speckled flower in the pasture. Slowly, carefully, Einstein scooted a little bit closer to investigate. The big dog opened her mouth and... she gave him a big kiss. Einstein pranced from one side of the field to the other, showing Lily how fast he could gallop. Lily joined in, keeping pace perfectly. For the rest of the afternoon, the horse and dog played tag, rolled in the grass, and loafed around together. It was as if they had known each other forever. The little horse with a big heart had finally found his friend.
So this is a little 6-pound baby miniature horse. So eager to go.
Einstein, the smallest horse ever born. See, this is the size of an average horse. This is the size of a miniature horse. Then there is Einstein. He's a miniature horse. This is his story. A horse too small to run with the herd, but still determined to find friendship. Be a part of the journey to find a friend for Einstein.